Alright, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is James Draws Everything, and this is James. Today we are going to add another flag to our drawing every country in the world's flag, and today it's going to be Kuwait. And just to start, Kuwait is a little bit of a longer flag, kind of like Mongolia, so I'm just going to extend my grid lines just a little bit to represent that, and we're going to erase those. Not the standard size flag. Okay, and Kuwait's a country in the Middle East. Okay, and you probably remember Kuwait if you were around in the early 90s from Operation Desert Storm. Kuwait kind of been an interesting position geographically. They were threatened by the Ottoman Empire in the late 19th century, and kind of looked to the British for help during that particular time period, and they became under British control. World War I happens, and Kuwait becomes its own country after the events of World War I. The Sykes-Picot Agreement kind of divided up the Middle East between all the European powers and created some new countries, and Kuwait was one of those. And I'm just gonna kind of draw the flag as I'm rambling here. This part is black, so I'm gonna use my black marker instead of the pen. Yeah, so give you a little bit of a history lesson on Kuwait. And who says you don't learn something on this channel? So we're not just drawing, we're teaching too. Alright, so I'm just going to color this in. So Kuwait. Of course, Middle East, you always think of oil. Kuwait was invaded by Saddam Hussein's Iraq in, was it late 1990, I think, and then 1991 was Operation Desert Storm. Kuwait's undergone a lot of leadership changes since then, and they're still a fairly rich country, due to the oil. Small country too. And if you look at kind of what I was talking about earlier with the Middle East, a lot of the countries there, if you look at their borders, and there's actually a reason why there's a lot of conflict too. A lot of the borders are just like straight lines, and that goes back to the post-World War I period, where they were creating these nation states after the European powers kind of withdrew from the area. You look at somewhere like South America, a lot of the borders make sense. They're like mountains or rivers or things like that. They kind of pay respect to like the people in the area, because it's kind of just naturally where they separate. The Middle East, not so much. Like if you look at Kuwait's borders, it's just like straight lines, and a lot of the countries in the Middle East are like that. So they kind of divided up the area post World War I without really any regard to the existing ethnicities and people that live there. Okay, so excuse me, Kuwait, it's like a lot of the Arab flags. It shares the green, the black, the white is in the middle, and then this bottom part's going to be a dark red. A lot of Arabic flags have that color scheme. It's a fairly simple flag, and it's kind of a darker red on the bottom. So I'm just going to hit that quick. Get rid of my straight edge. Alright, and then just fill this part in. And James, any updates on getting expelled or kicked out of or not welcome in any other countries since your Georgia video? No, the Georgia State Department was actually very appreciative of my drawings of the Georgia flag, of my drawing of the Georgia flag, and I am welcome there. So that's good news. And I think I'll be okay in Kuwait. Let's see, there's still time. There's still time for me to mess things up. Okay, so that's the gist of it. That's the Kuwait flag. 3 equal horizontal bands of green, white, and red. And it's got a black trapezoid, and that's on the hoist side of the flag. The design's based on the Arab revolts of the World War I period. Green represents the fertile fields. White stands for purity. Red, what do you think red stands for? The blood, the sacrifice of independence, just like on every flag. And and black signifies the defeat of the enemy. Okay, so that's the Kuwaiti flag, and I'm just going to close it off. Give me just a minute here. And Kuwait is one of the longer flags. It's not the traditional dimensions. Okay, so that's Kuwait. Let me just get rid of these grid lines quick. Okay. Kuwait. That's Kuwait. Comment below, and don't forget, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.